Hey everybody, this is Ryan from Lucid Media Games coming to talk to you about DreKar. So I realized I hadn't done any of the design struggles videos yet, so I wanted to get one of those in here for you guys in between the pieces to get right into it. The first challenge that I want to talk to you about, the one that seems like it was and still kind of is the most difficult for us to get through, is the rule book. Again, with this being my first board game that I've made, and I've made games in the past, I've always made them in the process that I'm going to be there to explain this game to all my friends that I made the game for. Well, with this being the first board game, clearly I'm not going to be at everyone's place to give them a rundown of how the game goes, so we had to come up with a rule book. So that's been actually pretty challenging, because obviously in my head it all makes sense because I know what's supposed to be happening. However, it's been tough to put that down on paper to make it so it makes sense to everyone. So this is where we are at right now. So this has already been updated and edited. I believe this is already like our 5th iteration of the rules, because again, our first time doing it, we're not really sure how to do it. We've had feedback letting us know what's confusing in the rules. So this is all it is just regular blank paper, white paper with black, as you can see. Actually, so this was an older version where we cut something out because it just didn't make sense, or I'm not sure, we might have moved that to a different area. But as you can see, just regular written down thing. There are some graphs here and whatnot, so but that's just to let you know how pieces move. However, this doesn't have a picture of the pieces, so clearly it's been a little tougher for our play testers and on our first prototype, because in my head I clearly know what the chieftain piece looks like, but maybe not everybody would. So that's been one of the difficulties, is trying to figure out how to make it so that it reads correctly, that I'm not leaving stuff out, while also trying to make sure that it's not too wordy, because we don't, nobody, myself included, wants to sit there and spend forever reading the rules. You want to get the game out and you want to play. So it's definitely been one of the more challenging aspects of this. What I would recommend for future board game designers is to just mainly playtest and get it to people and have lots of people proofread it for you, and take their suggestions, look at it, change it up. I highly doubt that you're gonna knock it out of the park on the first one. Maybe you will. If you do, I mean, that's great, that's awesome. I'm not that guy though. I've had to work through it, but I definitely want to make sure that it's the perfect product for everyone, so when it shows up at your house in the box, you pull it out, you look at it, it makes sense, you know what you're supposed to do. Of course, when we do our Kickstarter, we will have playthroughs on there, so if you are the type that prefers to watch the video playthroughs, don't worry, we will have video playthroughs out there. Definitely, I'm sure we will definitely have one on the Kickstarter page, but then also we will for sure have one on the Lucid Media Games YouTube page. So in the future, you can always come back to our page and just look up a how to play video if that's your preferred learning style on how to do things. So don't worry if you're not a rules person. I've come to find that I actually really enjoy watching how to play videos. I used to always prefer reading the rules, but it does seem a lot faster watching those how to plays. Like I said, just one of the challenges, something that was kind of unforeseen, was just how difficult it can be to write a rule book. So that's my first installment for challenges in making a board game. As always, like, share, subscribe, and if you have any comments, please leave them on down below so that we can get back to you. Good, bad, any of it. All feedback is good for us. So please, if you have any questions, leave them there. We'll definitely get back to you. Until next time, I'm Ryan Nieders with Lucid Media Games. Later, everybody.